Decoration Company. Happy Thursday. I almost said Friday. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all are having a fabulous day today. I'm so glad to see you. Today we are going to update's not the word. Give just a little bit of a makeover to this drum. I found this drum at Anything Goes Trading Company and I love it, but the problem with it is it's just a little too beige, or like it doesn't have much red, white, and blue in it. And these little spots used to be red, but now they're so faded that they look a little bit brown. And so I just want to bring this back a little bit and bring some color back to it. So we'll see what happens and what we can do with it. I got a couple of thoughts. Hopefully I don't ruin it. But we'll see what happens. All right. So when you hop on, say hello. Let me know you're watching. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's see who I've got joining me today. Hi, Sandy. Hello, Michelle. Hey, Jackie. Hi, Dale. Hey, Dorothy. Thank you, Dorothy. Hi, Rhonda. Hey, thanks for celebrating, Michelle. Hi, Jenny. I am good. How are you? Hey, Jamie. Hello, Glinda. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hello, Kim. Good to see you. Is it spring break where y'all are at? It's spring break here. So Griffin is off this week. His spring break is almost over. We are going and doing some fun stuff with him tomorrow. Hi, Heidi. Hey, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. Hi, Patty. Hey, Danae. Good to see all of you. All right, so I got this drum at Anything Goes Trading Company before they closed down. All of my favorite places are closing. And it's an old toy. And it's got this, it's called an automatic drum. And I really like it, and I want to use it in my patriotic decor because it's got the eagles on it. But I just want to add a little bit of color to it. I want it to be a little more red, white, and blue. I don't necessarily want it to be like in your face, but I want it to be a little bit more. Hey, Teresa. Hi, Deborah. Hey, Trisha. Our spring break was last week. Thank you, Glenda. So we're going to take it apart in order to work on it. So first of all, it's a little bit off, like it needs to be put back together a little. It's a little messed up. So I'm going to take it apart in hopes that I can now put it back together. Let me grab, that just like pinched my fingers and I don't really feel like doing that again. So let's grab some pliers. And these little springs are holding this all together. So I'm just going to take these springs off and then we'll add those back. I'm not trying to take it away from hopefully I can put this back. I'm not trying to take away from the overall age of this. I want to keep that, but I just want to add some color. Okay, I just want to add some color. I thought about trying to replace this, but I don't think that I can based upon how this is put together. So I'm going to have to leave that, which I don't mind that too bad. And this is just like a little, but you can see how it used to be red up underneath there. It looks like it also used to be gold, and that has all faded as well. So let's clean it up first. And then all of this in here is still in really good shape. It's even got grease in there still. I just want to clean it up a little bit so that we can get paint to stick a little easier. life a little bit. This over here still looks kind of gold. Some of it looks gold and some of it looks silver. So it looks like it used to be gold, unless that's just yellowed. I don't know. Have y'all ever seen one of these? It had I did look it up on the internet, and it did have like a strap that went on it. But you can see over here how that used to be red. So we're going to start there, okay? We're going to start with some red paint, and we're going to see about just these spots that used to be red. Can we just bring them back a little bit? So I'm going to grab a small brush. Let's see, what brush do I want to use? I'm going to use this one right here, I think. Thank you, Kathy. And so I'm hoping that just with one little coat, we can just make these red spots look better. And I already feel like they're going to look better. Just like that. That's already better, don't y'all think? And so we're just going to go through and we're going to do all of them. And I'm just putting one coat, and you can still see the black underneath. There's like a little black highlight. You can still see that. So we're not taking that away. That's easy. Easy, easy, easy. Just real easy, quick. And this is going to elevate it a lot. And I'm trying to decide about the little flag. What is that? Shield. I think I want to do it too, because it's got the little stripes. What do y'all think? Should I do that too? And by just doing one coat, I think we're going to keep that vintage look, because we're not completely getting a completely new layer necessarily. Do you know what I mean? Good morning, Laura. So let's get these painted. Now I'm trying to decide about the little bands that I just took off and what color or how I want to do those. I'm thinking that I want to do them in blue and covering the rust and paint them blue, possibly striped. And then we'll add back some rust so that it looks like it belongs with the rest of this drum. But I'm curious, what are y'all's thoughts on that? And I got to come back and do these others. I'm going to flip the whole thing around to get those. Will the faded eagle look weird with a brighter shield? I don't know, Kathy. The eagle doesn't have any color on it, though. It's only got the white and the black. So it should be fine. Thank you, Kathy. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I truly did. I feel like I'm going to go into mourning, y'all. I feel like there's definitely going to be some tears shed on the last day. I cried at Anything Goes. I mean, you know, why wouldn't I cry at about a Chinese restaurant that I've been eating at my whole life? Carolyn, this is a antique drum that we got from Anything Goes, and we are just bringing it back a little bit. It's very faded and very worn, and so I'm just trying to bring a little life back to it. I want to keep the antique look about it, how this, you know, looks old and vintage. I want to keep all of that, but I want a little more color. So that's what we're doing. We're adding a little bit more color, and I'm just doing one coat of paint on all of these spots that used to be red. Did you play drums in high school, Betty? That's cool. I am not musically inclined at all. Griffin loves music and is starting to teach himself how to play guitar. And he's learning. He's doing really great. Okay, so I got all of the top two. Look how much better that looks compared to the bottom ones. You think the stripes on the shield would look good? Let's see, did y'all see anything about the bands? No, okay. All right, I'm gonna turn it this way. And we'll get these last ones down here at the bottom. And then we'll move on to the stripes. I'm just a little bit worried about the stripes because I don't think they're going to be as easy to paint as these little things are. But I really would love to see this blue and red with the white stripes, you know. But I definitely don't know if I can make that happen. A paint pen. I don't have a red paint pen, I don't think. I used to, but I don't have one anymore. This is one of those types of painting that I have to use my left hand for. I cannot do my right hand when I'm trying to be this detailed. I just can't do it. Okay, one more. Thank you, Teresa. Well, I definitely don't have one of those down here, a magic marker. I'd have to go. Well, I don't have a permanent marker, if that's what you're talking about. Not in red down here. I only have black. Okay, so there's the red. It already looks better, don't y'all think? Oh, I see one I missed. How did I miss one, y'all? Okay. All right, so there's those little things. So let's do the stripes and see how that goes. I think I'm going to get a smaller brush. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's try this one. All right. All right, here we go. Let's give it a go and see what happens. Small little detail brush here. We'll do at least one. I can always remove the paint if I don't like it, I would say. I think I'm gonna like it though. Again, I'm just doing the one coat. I think the more opaque I make it, the less vintage it's gonna look. And so that's the reason why we're sticking with just one coat and not going overboard. But I do think that looks good, don't y'all? And how many equals are there? 2, 3, 4 equals. Okay. I will have to do 4. Good. Now, I'd like to do this top part in blue, but I don't know if I can make that happen or not because of the little stars. I'm a little worried about that. The little stars are not painted. They're just left blank. So that means I'd have to paint around them. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. What do y'all think? So there's the new refresh and there's the old. So we have got to, I'm wondering if we just do the bands in blue, if that would be enough. Or if we're going to need these to be blue as well. I will tell y'all, I hesitated very much on whether or not to do this because when I was researching it, it said that these are very rare. And so, and there was one that was for sale for almost $200. Now, this one is in a lot worse shape than that one was. And this one was $40 original. Now, I got it on sale, so I got a really great deal on it because they were going out of business. So I was like, am I doing a bad thing by changing this? But then I thought, you know, I bought it for me. I bought it for my decor. And I'm going to like it a lot better if I change it. So let's do it. And we're really just bringing it back to life, right? Like, you know, just needed a little freshening up. Okay, so I got 2 more. I wish I had like some little star stickers or something like that, because then we could put those on the band um, and have like white stars on the band. I think that would be really pretty. Stars are not one of those things that you try and freehand, you know? Why are they one of the hardest things to draw? I knew what you meant, Teresa. I knew exactly what you meant. Okay, one more. I think the wooden stars, though, Teresa, are just going to look too arts and craftsy. They're going to look like they were added instead of like they were always there. And I want this to look like it's the way it always was. I don't want it to look like it's been made over. Do you know what I mean? And I'm worried if I add wooden stars like that, it might. Even if I had some stickers, I think that would make it look that way too. I'd have to use them more as a stencil type thing. I think we'll do the band and then we'll see if we feel like we need to do the blue on this little shield. That's a good idea, Shelby. Okay. All right. So this part is done. Okay. So we added or done for now at least. We'll decide if we're going to come back and add blue up in here. But at least for now, we've got that red added. It looks very much original. It does not look like we have been painting on this, okay? And that's what I wanted. You can still see the little black highlights in these little things right here. So it looks good. I'm really happy with this. Okay, so let's move on to these little bands now. So let me grab some blue paint. This color blue looks good. This is vivid blue. We might have to make this a little more muted. I don't know. Let's see. I think this is going to work actually. And we are going to, but we'll start with one coat, see how that looks. And then we may need to add a second, I don't know. Let's see, what brush do I want for this? I'm going to do this one. Okay. Are y'all ready? Here we go. I'm going for it. I'm nervous. trying to get it just a little bit over this like roll up here, but not on the actual inside of the drum. I think one coat is going to be fine, because then we can distress this a bit. I'm really trying to rub this out. So that it almost, you can see more of that underneath. It's enough that it gives you that blue look. But it's going to still feel like it belongs. Especially as it dries, it's going to darken. Kathy, it's going to be a slow process for them. They're taking 2 weeks off, and then they were going to start auctioning items off, and they had some people that were going to come in and buy like big lots of stuff. So it'll be a slow process, but eventually they'll get it all out of there. But it's going to take them a while. I'm sure it'll be a combination of all kinds of things, trying to get it all out. Okay. All right, so let me dry this. I think I like it. I think, again, just doing the one coat, it keeps it from looking too nude. It makes it look like it's faded and all of that. Okay, so there's what that looks like. So I'm just going to put it on here so we can kind of see it. Just kind of get a feel for what that's going to look like. I think that's going to look good. Don't y'all? So then we can take the sander and we can sand this a bit to distress it and bring out some of that rustiness from underneath. I'm going to do the top too. Okay. Wipe this off. think that looks great. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see that, but it looks really good. Okay, so let's do this one now. I wish I could replace that material, but I can't. I don't know how. It's attached up in this little ring. Okay, go. Last little bit. Kathy, it's on both sides. The top and the bottom is broken. But it's all right. Oh no, Tamara. Grocery shopping is so exhausting, isn't it? I usually go on every other Friday morning, and I am quite tired by the time I'm done with everything. I mean, after you've done all of the shopping and the loading and the unloading and putting everything away, sometimes if you're like me, you got to do some reorganizing and some clearing out, and it is just exhausting. I 100% agree. This time I was a little less careful with the actual painting of the blue, because I thought, if I miss some spots, that's even better, because it reveals that rusted bit behind, which helps to make it look more like it's thin like this. Okay, so let's put this together. Let's see how it looks. I think we can go on and put it together, and then we can decide about the little shield. So I think this thing right here goes like this. Okay, let's turn this over. This goes on like that. Okay, so now I have to get these springs back on. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, how many are there? There's 5. I put them in between the eagles. Looks like that's going to work. And in between the eagles. Okay, I'm going to take a piece of painter's tape. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to take a piece of painter's tape and use it to kind of hold this together. couple of spots. Y'all, this is looking so cute, but I think we're going to have to try and do the shield. I think I'm going to have to try and do the shield. Okay. Now we can flip this. You know what? Let me tape these on as well. You pulled out a roll black bag that has orange trim and it has some kind of small tools in it. I was wondering. You are talking about, Irene, you're talking about this right here. And I think I got it from Amazon, and it has tweezers in it. All different size types of tweezers. And they are very nice to have. So we're just trying to keep the little springs from falling off when I flip this over. Okay. All right. Now we just have to attach these little springs back. They go back together pretty easily. It still works. Okay. Oh well. Adds to the character. Painter's tape did pull a little paint off. Like I said, adds to the character. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is so cute. I'm glad we did this. I'm very glad we did this. Still looks crooked. I don't understand why exactly. If it's the drum itself or what. But for some reason, I don't know. I think it is better than it was. Okay. Y'all, look how cute this is. Don't you think it's looking so much better? Okay, what do you think? Do we need to do the shield or not in blue? Should we do one and see how it looks? And just give it a try? Maybe. Let me see if I can find a really small brush. Sandy, that's a good idea. I probably could. I don't want to do that because, again, I feel like that's going to take away from the vintage aspect and will make it look less vintage. But that's a good thought, because what I could do is possibly do that and just recover. I had pulled this out and I was going to distress this. Or like make it look old and put that on. And so that's a good thought. I could maybe do that with some cardboard and just push that in there. I like that thought. Okay, so let's just try it. Let's do one. Let's try it. and see what happens. I can't find a brush that I am loving for this, but let's give it a go. Shall we? I'm going to do this one over here by this little crank. Okay, here we go. I am very nervous about this. I'm wondering if I should just go over top of the stars and if you'll still see them. There's no way I'm going to be able to trim around them. Let's go over top. See what happens. You can always rub this paint off if you don't like it. You're not going to be able to see the stars. I don't think. Can you see them? I don't know, y'all. Don't know. From a distance, it looks really good. Up close, it doesn't look real great. You can kind of see the stars, and of course, because that color is going on a lighter surface, it looks a lot brighter. And so maybe I should darken it. Maybe we should darken the color of blue. Let's see here. Let's try this. Of course, now we're getting into a second coat. Okay, no stars, but it's red, white, and blue. So what do y'all think? So this is the blue, and this is without the blue. Looking at it on there, I like the blue. Y'all like it. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's go for it. turning out. So cute. All right, everyone likes the blue. We made the right decision. And maybe what we can do is go over it with a little bit of something to distress that just a little bit. We might just even just do that and distress it. Okay, one more. And I'm not sure if I want to go back and do a second coat or not. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. So, that's a good idea, Shirley. You know what I'm wondering? Now that I've got these painted on here, I can't do it on that one, I don't think. But on these others, I'm wondering if I couldn't scratch the paint off where the stars are. You know what I mean? Maybe if I use oh yeah. That works, y'all. Oh my gosh, that works. Look at that. Ha! I'm just taking these little tweezers we were just talking about, and I'm just scratching the paint right off because I can kind of see the star underneath. Look at that. Yay! Oh my gosh, so cute. This is so stinking adorable. I'm in love. Thank you, Teresa. Okay. Let's see here. Now the one I'm gonna have to sort of guess. Which none of these are perfect. They weren't perfect before. So I think as long as it's star-like. This is hurting my hands trying to hold on to these tweezers. Okay. Y'all, those look so good. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so these here, because I can't see, I'm just going to draw, a star. And then just scrape the inside out. Okay, y'all, our drum is done. Unless we decide to do the top, but this is what it looks like. And I don't know about y'all, but I think it is so much better than it was. So much better. Here it is up close. It's now got all of our red, white, and blue colors. Still looks very vintage, very worn, very old. Love it. I love it, love it. I really feel that's really bugging me. How it is off. It's bugging me, y'all. I don't understand. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No, I just made it go. I just messed it up even worse. Leave it alone, Kayla. Just leave it alone. That's what you need to do. You need to leave it alone. I know, Kathy. Isn't it amazing? I'm not going to mess with this. I'm going to leave this as it is. I think it's all part of the charm. The top is not too bad. It's the bottom that's torn so badly. But I think that if I do more to it, it's just going to make it look even less, old. Someone asked how old it is. Let me find it. See if we have a year. I'm not finding a year. Let's see if I can find. Looks like the late 1950s. It's an Emily, EMENEE, American Eagle Toy Drum, often marketed as the music auto player drum. It was produced in the late 1950s, with advertisements confirming its availability in 1958. Mid-20th century toys featuring patriotic designs, late 1950s. So this guy right here is 70-something years old. I don't have drumsticks, Shirley. I should get some, shouldn't I? How cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm glad we did it. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Thursday. I hope you have a great Thursday. Also, I hope you have a great weekend. I will be off tomorrow. We are spending the day with Griffin for spring break, so I will not see y'all tomorrow, but have a